for the WBC Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. This bout is supervised and directed by the WBC World Boxing Council in conjunction with the California State Athletic Commission. President of the WBC, Jose Suleiman, representing the WBC, supervisor in attendance, Haig Collegiate. Representing the California State Athletic Commission, Chairman Raul Silva, Commissioner Jerry Nathanson, Vice Chairman in attendance, Chief Inspector Joe Olmos. Now introducing the officials as appointed. Judging at ringside, from Sao Paulo, Brazil, Newton Campos. From Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Guillermo Ayon. And from Las Vegas, Nevada, Chuck Giampa. Introducing the referee in charge of this bout, Rudy Jordan. All right, fans, here we go. The main event of the evening, the WBC Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first, the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with blue trim, and he's fighting out of the All Heart Boxing Club in Quail Valley, California. He weighs in tonight already 121.5 pounds. His record, 16 wins, 3 losses, 8 wins by way of knockout. He is the Forum Super Bantamweight Champion, ranked number 4 Super Bantamweight by the WBC. Introducing the real Paul Banke. And his opponent across the ring on my right, introducing the defending champion, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing gold trunks with black trim, he hails from Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. He weighs in tonight 122 pounds. His outstanding record, 36 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 18 wins by way of knockout. He is the defending WBC Super Bantamweight Champion, Daniel Zaragoza. Referee in charge now to give instructions, Rudy Jordan.
Okay, I'll give you instructions in the dressing room already. Do you have any questions? I expect you to follow my rules. When I tell you stop, you stop, okay? Break clean, but protect yourself at all times. Ya le expliqué las reglas en el cuarto. ¿Tiene preguntas? So, nomás con el día que se aparte limpio, pero con cuidado siempre, okay? Dense la mano. Buena suerte. Good luck.
All right, now let's check out these guys on their height and weight. 5'8" against 5'5" for Banke. 122 to 121.5 pound Zaragoza. 31 years of age, and Banke's a youthful 24. 68-inch reach for the champion, 65 for Banke. Banke trying to sneak across the ring, and there's the bell. Now he can do it. Southpaw, of course, the champion, Zaragoza, in the golden trunks. A couple of southpaws in round 1. Banke opening up with a flurry. It's a long fight. It's a 12-rounder, and Banke took a shot to the jaw.
Chick, Paul Banke said he's going to come out and exchange punches with Zaragoza. I think that's a wrong fight to fight against this champion. And the most dangerous part of the fight is the first 2 or 3 rounds.
Well, I had a chance to ask him a question. We'll give you his answer at the end of this round or sometime in this fight. And see how he figured the fight might go. Good shot by Banke. Both men have very quick hands, obviously. Super Bantamweight World Championship on the line, the WBC version. Rudy Jordan, the 3rd man in the ring, has been in many championship encounters. This fight was originally scheduled for February, But because of damage to an ear of Zaragoza, here it is coming off tonight.
And that's another thing, Chick. All the postponements, you take off from training. It depends on if Paul has stayed training and kept his poise and kept his composure and stayed hungry for this fight. It's very, very important.
Not only is Zaragoza the champion of the WBC super bantamweight division, his opponent Paul Banke is ranked number 4 by the WBC and number 2 by the WBA. Zaragoza with 3-inch reach advantage. Zaragoza making his 3rd defense of the title. Rudy Jordan talking to them in harsh tones. Actually, what he wants them to do is break on his command, which they haven't done so far at all times.
Paul's telling him, come on, come on.
Banke's doing a lot of talking in round 1 to the opponent. And the very calm and composed Zaragoza disdaining it. Banke is really wound up tonight. Really wound up. The adrenaline was flowing. Now today, I asked him about tonight's fight. And remember, he's a 24-year-old youngster, but I thought that his answer was pretty well spoken. Here's what he had to say to me.
I expect to fight a 12 hard round fight with Gracias Zaragoza. I'm going to be right there in front of him. I'm going to throw a lot of punches. I'm going to be right there throwing hard punches. I expect to go 12 rounds. I don't predict no knockouts. I'm going to just bang.
Gonna just bang, doesn't predict any knockouts. What do you think of that?
Well, like we said, he said he's going to come out and bang with him, and that's the wrong fight to fight. Paul Banke is known for his speed, his talent, his combinations, and his counterpunching, and that's the only way he can beat Daniel Zaragoza.
How did you score round 1?
I gave that an even round. Paul landed some shots early in the round, and Zaragoza came back in the later round.
You might review quickly the California must system.
That's a 10-point must system. The winner of the round will get 10 points. The loser gets 9. The fighter getting knocked down will get 8, and of course the gentleman standing up will get 10.
12 rounds, super bantamweight championship. The World Boxing Council belt is here and on the line. Who will wear it out of the ring? Bob Richardson handles Paul Banke. Nacho Beristain in the corner of Zaragoza as they make their 3rd title defense. Banke, of course, has got a title. He won the Forum Super Welterweight tournament. Got $100,000 for the win.
Paul Banke's inviting him to throw to the body. He's counterpunching very well, but Zaragoza will have nothing to do with that.
Good shot to the face by both men. The initial blow by Banke. Banke drives 2 shots to the midsection.
Paul appears very confident for this fight, Chick, but hopefully he's not overconfident. He's got to get in, get out, throw his shots, and score punches. That's why this sport is called boxing. You have to outbox your opponent.
And sometimes outthink him.
That's right.
That was pretty low, and Zaragoza, I believe, was given a warning by Rudy Jordan. Maybe not. Jordan's back was to us, but he rushed to the scene in a hurry.
He gave him a dirty look.
That's it.
A raised eyebrow. And again, Banke invites him to hit him in the midsection. Said, I'm tough as a board here.
Up and down, Paul.
Banke had 175 amateur fights, and he's only 24 years old. He won 150 of them. Banke continues to chatter away. Banke was born in Blythe, grew up in Azusa, California, graduated from Azusa High School. All right, second round is over. The entire card tonight has made this crowd just about as joyous as you could possibly do. The referee, Rudy Jordan, was over visiting with one of the judges. The bell had not sounded. Both fighters came out, and they did start the clock. So there's been a miscalculation somewhere. Well, if the bell sounded, we didn't hear it.
Well, I heard a bell, Chick, but of course I've had 73 professional fights. But I did hear the bell, but I guess evidently Rudy Jordan didn't.
Well,
Paul was ready to fight.
In the truck, they are saying that they heard the bell also. And the clock ran it down. They were 15 seconds off of the clock by the time the men actually were called to order. Fighting out of the corner now, the champion, Zaragoza. He knows he's got a young wild bull here tonight, and he wants to be the toreador and take care of him. Let's see what happens. Banke applying most of the pressure. How did you score round 2?
I gave that one round to Paul Banke. He outboxed Zaragoza like he's doing now, beginning of the third round, Chick. He's counter-punching very well. I think his confidence is bigger than this Great Western forearm.
Bob Richardson obviously chartered a boxing program for this fight for Banke, and so far it looks like the youngster has really followed orders. The chant in the background is Banke, Banke, and Zaragoza stopped him. He caught him coming in with a punch. Of Zaragoza's 34 professional wins, 18 by knockout. Banke, half of his 16 by knockout.
Banke's posing a little bit here, Chick. He gets inside, he poses, and Zaragoza's starting to hit him with some shots, and they're unnecessary.
In other words, unnecessary that he's accepting them.
Exactly.
Zaragoza complained to the referee, and there was no acknowledgement from the referee, Rudy Jordan, that Banke was holding behind the head. There's pressure on the fighters, there's pressure on the judges, there's pressure on the referee to keep the bout in order. The referee does not cast a ballot. Some people think that's the way they should decide draws when the cards are added up that make a draw out of a championship fight. There's certainly got to be a tiebreaker of some sort. All right, final second. The Great Western Forum, we're live, Inglewood, California. Fight night at the Forum. We go to round number 4 and through 3. Ruben Castillo has it like this.
I've got it scored 30-29 in favor of Paul Banke. The last round was an even round on my card, 10-10.
So you've had 2 even rounds out of the 3.
Absolutely. The first and the third.
Now the champion is worn, no holding.
Oh, there's a cut, Chick, over the right eye.
Yep, he's bleeding.
In the corner of the champion.
The champion is bleeding quite a bit and getting worse by the second. It's running down all the way to the chin now, along his right cheek. Oh, I hope this fight doesn't end on a cut.
Oh,
the cut is not over the eye. It's to the outside of the eye. But nonetheless, it is a bleeding cut. Not just a little nick. It is open. I don't think that Zaragoza knows it yet. He hasn't rubbed it once. I don't think he knows he's bleeding, but he will in a second, because there's another left hand right on the cut from Paul Banke. Huge bang. Oh, there's a left hand that really spun the head of the champion. And that was right on top of the cut, too. Now they're calling for butting. That is, Zaragoza is in his corner. There's no indication that the cut was caused by any butt. It's a tough fight to referee. Some of the fans that aren't close to the ring like we are privileged to be, and there's a left hand in the cut again. Probably don't see the cut, but they'll see blood all over the shoulder of Zaragoza right above us as he's wrestled to the ropes by Paul Banke, who gets a warning from the referee, Rudy Jordan.
I think that's a great thing that Paul did, although he got warned for it, Chick, so he can show Zaragoza to teach him some respect or get some respect from Paul Banke.
Banke is in charge right now, and that cut isn't helping. They've got to have a great cut man in the corner of Zaragoza. And you know, oh, another shot right on the cut. The left hand of Banke is working just methodically and so effectively. And the champion knows he's in trouble.
And it's almost like he's pinpointing that shot because every shot has landed right on that cut.
The amazing thing to me is that Zaragoza, if indeed he knows the cut is there, has not rubbed it once. And usually a fighter by instinct will do that.
Well, Chick, it's on the corner, so maybe it's not dripping into his eye.
It isn't.
20 seconds.
No question about that. And maybe he can't feel it going down his cheek.
I think he's got other things to worry about.
That left hand of Banke is so quick, and he's showing combinations of 2 and 3 punches. At the end of the round, we'll stay here with our camera crew and go over to Daniel Zaragoza's corner. That's the end of the round. Be careful. Banke's getting a little overexcited now.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to let Zaragoza know that he's going to be the conductor of this orchestra.
Well, now the whole thing is, how bad is the cut? You get a camera any closer than that, you'll be inside, but that's a bad cut.
That is.
That could be worsened very quickly.
It's right on the eyelid of the corner of his eye. That's a bad cut, Chick.
It looks deep already, but it could be deepened. The doctors have not come to the corner of the ring. Boy, I'd hate to see this stopped by a cut. The champion is talking to the cut man as he works feverishly here in the 1 minute allotted. Banke, at the end of 3 of the 4 rounds that we have fought, has tried to start something in the middle of the ring by again challenging after the bell. And Rudy Jordan has not liked it. Now we go to round number 5. And you know, and I'll let a former boxing great, Ruben Castillo, explain it to you. When you're a boxer, your corner will tell you, you've got to cut, go after him now.
That's absolutely right. But then again, Chick, he's the champion, and he knows that Banke's got to go take that title away from him.
Good point. Excellent. Did that prevail recently at Las Vegas?
Absolutely.
Round 5, 12-rounder. The WBC World Championship on the line. Super bantamweights. Half a pound difference in weight. 122. Zaragoza is the heavier. Zaragoza's the former NABF Super Bantamweight champion, too. Oh, again, that left hand landing consistently as though he were aiming a gun and landing right on the target as he hits that cut.
You know, earlier in the fight, Chick, Paul Banke was throwing those punches straight, but now he's looping those punches, and that's what's been effective for him in this fight. He's got to loop that left hand over the right hand of Zaragoza to land on that cut.
The cut has not been worsened in this round, at least to the naked eye.
There he goes. Now he's going to counter-punching, Chick, and that's exactly what he's got to do to win this world title.
Oh, he straightened Banke up with a left hand, and Banke comes roaring back. And again, he absorbs a left to the face. Zaragoza counter-punching beautifully and better than at any time in this fight so far.
That's right. He was letting Paul take command, and he was counter-punching himself.
No blood coming out of the cut yet. Now Banke's going to get a warning, because about 4 times in the fight he's grabbed him behind the neck and flung him across the ring.
Great refereeing by Rudy Jordan, I'll say. See, he's posing, Chick. He can't do that.
And he took a left hand right on the chin. This has not been Banke's best round yet. Banke is posing and acting a little bit cocky out there.
That's right, Chick. In Zaragoza, we know his knockout ratio. He can punch. Paul should go in, throw his punches, and get out.
He has quit doing that so far in this round. This is only the 5th round. Could he be tiring? We'll find out when we come back, because this round is history. Going to the 6th round, I think it's important to let you know that the cut in the corner of the eye of the champion Zaragoza was not opened in that round, did not bleed a drop. Boy, that's a great job by the corner. How you got it scored?
I've got it 49-48, still in favor of Paul Banke. He lost that last round on my scorecard. Let's see if he can pick up this action again, Chick, and outbox Zaragoza like he was doing earlier. See how he counterpunched, Chick? He's very effective, but he's posing too much, Paul Banke is. When he counterpunches, he lands.
Both men are getting warned from time to time. That was a low blow.
That was a low blow
by Zaragoza, but both men are being warned from time to time for holding behind the neck. Still no bleeding from the cut on Zaragoza.
Paul, let's get busy.
Both men are sweating profusely, particularly Banke. And of course, it's good to sweat. If you're not sweating in the 6th round of a world championship fight, there's something wrong with your glands.
That's right. That's for sure.
A lot of the talking that Banke was doing in the first 3 rounds has subsided.
It appears that Daniel Zaragoza is starting to gain control of this fight as Paul Banke poses and he's getting hit with unnecessary shots. I'm telling you, he's letting Zaragoza take control, Chick.
Started last round. At the end of this round, we'll go over and visit the corner of Banke and see what Bob Richardson has to say to him. Oh. All right, that's the end of the 6th round. Neither man has been down. Both men have exhibited the kind of skills you would expect in a championship fight. Let's see if we can pick up anything that Richardson's saying.
Starting to connect. Keep busy. Don't let him. You don't stand.
You can't let him beat you to the punch, Paul. Okay. Okay, you standing too still.
You're standing too still.
You get a punch. You get a punch.
When he's in front of you.
Okay, he's the champ. Right, Paul? You gotta take the title from me. Okay. So
what they're saying is, ladies and gentlemen, in essence, is exactly what Ruben Castillo said. They're saying you're standing. That means you're posing.
Okay. But don't forget everything that got you. Here's the body.
Yeah,
Get to the body. Keep those hands
I like
moving.
what he told him. They brought it to his attention. He's the champion. You gotta go get him.
Exactly what they said to him. It's not going to be given to you. All right, we're going to the 7th round. And that one, was that another Zaragoza round on your card?
Absolutely right. I've got this fight scored even now, Chick. 58-58.
Now you get this. Now we go to work.
For 2 successive rounds now. They have not seen a drop of blood come out of the corner of the eye, the cut suffered by Zaragoza earlier.
You know, Paul inviting Zaragoza to throw the body shots.
Yeah.
You got to leave that machoism at home and get out here and take care of business. Throw your punches, get out, and outbox your opponent.
Mix them up. Stay right there and get busy. Up and down.
The cut occurred in the 4th round. Paul has not been off of the soles of his shoes for 3 rounds now. He's standing pretty flat-footed, contrary to what he was doing earlier.
And it's funny, Chick, that's what his fight plan was. He said he's going to exchange punches. And as we said earlier, that's not the fight or the fighter that we've seen in the past, Paul Banke. He's always dependent upon his speed. And this is the time to use it.
Zaragoza's had 3 good rounds in a row now, including this one. And again, the corner of Banke told him, you're standing around, you're fighting flat-footed. And look at him. That doesn't mean he can't change his style and do what he did earlier. Zaragoza is a crafty veteran, and that means very good and lots of experience.
Well, he's throwing punches, and he knows that Paul,
oh, there goes the mouthpiece of Zaragoza. Zaragoza has not got wobbly legs yet, but the mouthpiece definitely was knocked out. Now Zaragoza again claiming that he was buttered, and the crowd highly partisan in favor of Banke, booing it. Oh, it's starting to bleed again. That's another cut. The top of the head is bleeding. Zaragoza might have been butted. The top of his head is bleeding, and you don't get many punches to the top of the head to cut you.
No, not even a bare fist. A head, that's the only cut. That's the only cut. A high on top of the head can be caused by a headbutt, and that was definitely a headbutt.
Now, where this new cut is, we can't see because it's in the hair. However, I don't believe it's any kind of a cut that would ever stop a fight.
Paul Banke just landed a good right hook, Chick, that hurt Zaragoza.
When he knocked his mouthpiece out, that hurt him too. And this is a fine recovery now by young Banke. He jars the head of Zaragoza. End the round. So, after a minute and a half of inactivity, basically speaking, young Paul Banke, the real Paul Banke, stood up, and he really gave a fine boxing lesson in the final seconds.
He sure did, and that was definitely a head, but I hope we've got it on camera, Chick, because that blood is flowing very, very freely off the top of the head of Zaragoza.
Well, I'll have to admit, we're pretty close to the ring, like 6 inches, and I didn't see it. There they're going after the cut on top of his head, deep down in the hair. That'll never stop a fight. Might cause you not to sleep well. So the eye was reopened. A new cut was inflicted. And here comes Banke. He's across the ring already. The referee, Rudy Jordan, says, get back, get back. How you got it going now to the 8th round?
Well, I gave that round to Paul Banke, 68-67.
There is a mark, an abrasion under the right, the right eye of Zaragoza. A new mark has shown now. In addition to the cut, there is a mark under the eye on the cheek.
Now,
not going to call it a cut yet.
Now Paul has turned this fight around, Chick. He's got to go after him now. He's got to reach in that bag and pull something out of it.
Banke leading it on your card, 68-67. That's a throwdown. That's not a knockdown.
Zaragoza's not able to counterpunch like he was in the last few rounds, and that was right on the cut.
The cut on top of the head is bleeding more profusely than the eye cut for Zaragoza. Banke has not been cut. Banke opens the cut with a slashing left hand. A left cross, if you like.
Chick, I noticed one thing about Zaragoza now. He's throwing one punch at a time, trying to take Banke out. Paul should throw combinations and get out of there.
If you were cut as bad as the champion is, I think his plan is well understood. Get one shot home that'll take him out. Of course, you've still got, after this round, another 12 minutes of boxing after this round. So it's a long way to go, if it goes the distance. Good left hand by Zaragoza. Shook the head of Banke. A minute left in the round.
And I really don't mean to sound biased, commenting so much on Banke, but we're neighbors. No, I'm just kidding.
Paul's peekaboo defense is picking off a lot of shots. Half a minute. Good right hand scored by Banke. All right, final second of the round. All right, we go to round number 9. That means 12 minutes of boxing left. At the end of the last round, Zaragoza walked in a circle to avoid any body or verbal contact with Banke after the round was over. And Banke stepped around and got in front of him and bodied him a little bit. And the referee quickly yanked him back to his corner. All right, here we are in round number 9. All the streams of blood now from the top of the head and from the corner of the eye on Zaragoza have been taken away. And the question is now, will his title be taken away by this 24-year-old Quail Valley man? Good left hand by Zaragoza. Didn't seem to affect Banke. Banke said some of the fights that I had in my 16-3 record and my amateur fights, he said I wasn't your real guy. I was having a problem with drugs. Well, now, down a great combination. A left and a right hand, and the champion gets up on wobbly legs. Beautiful combination by young 24-year-old Paul Banke.
Now let's see if he can close it. And he can't get careless, Chick, because Zaragoza does have a punch.
Banke just proved that he had a left and a right hand, too. Beautiful combo. The champion in big trouble here in round number 9. And he's about to go down again for the second time in the round. That was the first knockdown of the fight.
He's got a cut opened over his left eye now, Chick, right on the eyebrow. Zaragoza does. It's close to his nose, the bridge of his nose.
Banke does not want to get overly excited, throw too many punches, but he wants to throw a couple of good ones, and it might take the champion out. He's got Zaragoza right where he wants him at this minute with 55 seconds left in the round. Right above us, they're fighting. A shot to the jaw. Zaragoza's knees buckle again. He's a game champion.
See, he's still answering with some answering punches, Chick. He's throwing them well.
He's got a cut inside of the nose under the left eye. The other cut's outside of the right eye.
Boy, has a table turned for this fight for Paul Banke. That knockdown was a big knockdown for him, Chick.
However, let's give Banke credit. After going on vacation for a round and a half, he came back, and he has done a great job. And the champion doing a heck of a job just staying on his feet. We'll stay here with you as the seconds tick away in round number 9. It's a 12-rounder. The WBC championship on the line. The super bantamweight division. And the face of Zaragoza is a mask of blood. And the referee again says to Banke, get back in your corner before I spank you. Now the champion has cuts all over. Top of the head, outside corner right eye, inside the nose, under the left eye. The knockdown was a pretty picture of 2 shots. There they are, setting it up. Combination.
Well, as Zaragoza threw that right uppercut, Banke landed with a straight right hand.
That wasn't the end of the round, though, for Banke. He had another good session.
Yeah, here he is throwing some combinations. He's trying to finish Zaragoza here, but the champion will not have anything to do with that.
Banke now with a commanding 4-point lead on Ruben Castillo's card, 88-84. Is Banke 9 minutes away from the WBC championship? Or can Zaragoza pull a miraculous finish? Knock the man down once, maybe knock him out, retain his title, and this is 3rd title defense.
Well, Zaragoza's a very, very experienced fighter. He's the champion, as we said. He's been in wars like this before, so this is nothing new to him.
Again, Banke warned, don't throw him around the ring. A little mouse under the right eye of Banke now. Banke is fighting, for the most part, a masterful fight.
He's got everything going his way, Chick, as we said earlier, but like we can't take nothing away from the champion. He's got the tools to put his lights out, to throw a monkey wrench into his evening.
This is the 10th WBC World Championship fight at the Great Western Forum since 1985, and the 6th in the last 2 years. This is becoming one of the fight capitals of the world. And Banke does a little showboating. Taunting now.
Took a good right hook to the chin for clowning around.
Zaragoza having a good round here, throwing and landing a lot of punches. And temporarily, at least, Banke quit the tap dancing. 55 seconds left in round number 10. Chick Hearn with Ruben Castillo from the Great Western Forum. We're live on Prime Ticket Television. And Rudy Jordan stepped between them.
I think Paul is giving this way around, and I think it's crazy. I think he should go out there and stick and move. But the champion wanted to win this round, and he did.
So there was a shot to the belly, and a butt warning goes to Zaragoza. And again, Banke talks to him. Final seconds of round 10 of our 12-round championship bout. Banke taunting the champion. And by the way, I'd like to add it right here. I've never known a more gentlemanly champion than Zaragoza. Through 10 rounds, Ruben Castillo has it scored like this on his unofficial card.
97-94. I gave that last round to Daniel Zaragoza.
There is a shot to the jaw on the break, thrown by the champion, Zaragoza. If you're Zaragoza, you don't have to have a fortune teller let you know that you're behind. He knows he's behind. He was knocked down, among other things. He's been fighting a bad cut outside of the right eye since the 4th round. In the 7th round, he sustained a cut on top of the head. In the last round, a cut inside under the left eye along the nose ridge. I believe at this juncture, Ruben, correct me if you think I'm wrong, I think that Banke believes that he can take anything that the champion can hit him with.
And that could work to his disadvantage, Chick.
Right.
And I'm sure he does think he can take everything. But unless he experiences that canvas, then he won't be able to, Chick. I mean, he's fought a perfect fight, and he's letting it all go to waste. He lost the last round, and he's losing this part of this round. His confidence is bigger than this form, but he ought to exercise that in a different manner.
Oh, solid left hand to the jaw of Banke. And again in this round, Zaragoza has dominated. But he's far behind in the card. 3 points, and that's a lot, as we have only 3 more minutes after this round to fight.
I think, Chick, because of that knockdown, Paul thinks that he's got this fight in the bag, but it's not true.
Now with 45 seconds left to fight here in round 11 and another full round to go. Good shot by Banke. It looks like there might be an abrasion below and above the right eye of Banke now. Highly partisan crowd. Remember, Zaragoza comes from Mexico City, and Banke is from Southern California. Final seconds. Round 11. Zaragoza is getting a little upset with Banke and some of the things that Banke's been taunting him with. And just a reminder now, Fight Night at the Forum returns to the prime ticket lineup on Monday, July 17th. So make your plans to join us as we move into the quarterfinals of the $225,000 Forum Super Featherweight Tournament. Now that's Fight Night at the Forum, July 17th, right here on prime ticket. We're over in the corner of Banke now. Only one time has he gone past 10 rounds. He won by a knockout in an 11th round.
We can't hear anything coming, huh?
No, we're not hearing anything over there at all. Now here he comes out, jumping up and down. Oh, I'll tell you, Zaragoza is not going to be happy. Even if he loses, he's not going to be unhappy with the loss. He's going to be unhappy with the fact that this youngster has embarrassed him on occasions tonight with things not associated with boxing, really. If Banke wins the title, one day he'll have it on the line. And one day another guy will come along. They always do, don't they?
There's always somebody better, Chick.
Zaragoza now knows he's got to knock him out. I would think he knows that, and maybe our card is wrong. You got him 106, 104.
That's right. I've got that coming into the 12th round.
You gave the 10th and the 11th round to Zaragoza. That's quite a tribute to a 31-year-old guy who's been battered around the ring like he has tonight. Conditioning has been a big factor for both men.
Looking into the corner of Zaragoza, his manager looks very, very concerned.
As well he should be. Jerry Romano and Susan Stratton producing, directing. I'm Chick Hearn along with Ruben Castillo. Wherever you are, I hope you've enjoyed it. And we got a lot more coming up for you tonight on Fight Night at the Forum. A lot more. Good jab with the right hand by Banke. Been non-stop action for the most part. A minute and a half left in the fight. Either Banke will become a champion, or for the third time since he got the crown, Daniel Zaragoza will have defended it successfully.
He looks very fatigued, Zaragoza does, Chick. I think if Paul Banke runs a flurry, he could have him in the canvas once again.
The crowd is in a boisterous state. Many of the fans standing. And Zaragoza looks tired. And who wouldn't be? We've got a minute left. Final minute. The champion retains the belt, or it moves to a new hand. Paul Banke, Quail Valley, the All Heart Boxing Center, Riverside, California. A man who has beaten the drug habit, and now many people think is on the verge of beating the WBC Super Bantamweight champion Daniel Zaragoza. 15 seconds. It's not over until the official cards have been passed in by the judges, and the ring announcer will make the decision. It's all over now so far as the 12 rounds are concerned. Zaragoza comes over. Banke embraces him very, very briefly. The last 3 rounds were awarded by Ruben Castillo to the champion Zaragoza, and his scorecard reads 115-114. I wonder what the scorecard of the 3 judges will read. That's what we're going to find out when we come back on Fight Night at the Forum on Prime Ticket Television. The crowd is absolutely agog, waiting the decision. Most of them feel that the champion has lost the title. How do you feel about it as we presented it live on Prime Ticket from the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California? The champion, of course, coming into the fight was Daniel Zaragoza. Who will the champion be going out of the ring? Paul Banke of Quail Valley obviously thinks that he won the fight. Zaragoza is walking around as though he doesn't know what to think. Paul Banke with big banners here near his hometown. The real Paul Banke stood up tonight, win, lose, or draw. Born in Blythe, California, educated in Azusa. Mark under his right eye. And you know what a world championship for the WBC means. In dollar and cents, it means a lot. And the prestige that'll go down with it throughout the rest of your life. And the 31-year-old Zaragoza has tasted the fruit of the championship tree, with not only winning the title but defending it successfully twice. Now he's bitten into the apple for the 3rd time. Will he come out with fresh apple meat or a worm? A lot of commotion in the ring. The 2 fighters have embraced again. I don't think there's any love lost, particularly Zaragoza to Banke, because Banke taunted him throughout the fight. I don't believe he ever got, as they would say, his goat. Jimmy Lennon Jr. has the cards, and we will have the decision for you as Paul Banke is greeted at ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of championship boxing, we have a split decision. Judge at ringside, Newton Campos scores the bout 116-110, Zaragoza. Judge at ringside, Guillermo Ayon scores the bout 115-113, Paul Banke. Judge at ringside, Chuck Giampa scores the bout 117-110 in favor of the split decision winner and still champion Daniel Zaragoza.
Zaragoza got the decision, a split decision. I'm sure you didn't believe me when I told you that our man, Ruben Castillo, gave the last 3 rounds to the champion and brought his scorecard to a 115-114 reading in favor of Banke. But the split decision retains the belt, retains the championship for 31-year-old Daniel Zaragoza. And you know what that is going to do to young 24-year-old Paul Banke. Paul is in a state of shock. He thinks he won the fight. What do you think? The thing that counts really is that the decision is official. The champion is still Daniel Zaragoza, and Zaragoza stays in the ring to be interviewed by our Ruben Castillo.
Thank you very much, Chick. That was a great fight. Daniel Zaragoza speaks no English, so I'm going to have to ask him the questions in Spanish. I want to ask him first what he thought of the decision, because Paul Banke looked very disappointed. ¿Qué pensaste tú de la decisión? Porque Paul Banke parece que no le gustó mucho la decisión.
A nadie le gusta cuando uno pierde, pero pese a la caída yo llevaba dominada la pelea. Me sorprendió con esos par de golpes que me tiró. Me paré un poco desconcertado todavía, pero tuve los arrestos para este viejo aún cerrar fuerte en el 11-12. Él tenía mucho empuje, pero ya no tenía la condición física que traía este viejo.
He says that nobody likes to lose a decision. He says he thought he was ahead on the cards up till the knockdown. After he was knocked down, he said this old man still had something left in the bag. He came on and he closed the 11th and the 12th round decisively, and that's why they had him ahead, and that's why he won and retained his title. I want to ask him if he would be willing to give Paul a rematch, because it was such a close fight. ¿Tú le dabas la revancha a Paul Banke porque la pelea era muy cerrada?
Pues yo la revancha se la doy a él, al quien sea. Lo importante de un boxeador, tú lo sabes, es pelear y cobrar para que la familia de uno merezca todo, ¿no?
He says I would give a rematch to any fighter, like Paul Banke, also not only for the rematch but also to feed the kids and put the food on the table, because it's money in the bank. Bueno, muchísimas gracias y felicidades. Let's go back to ringside to Chick Hearn.
All right. His wife Elsa and 2 children help celebrate the victory of Daniel Zaragoza. The WBC Super Bantamweight champion has defended his title successfully. The cards again, 116, 110. And the numbers put the belt back on the strong stomach of Daniel Zaragoza, who fought a game, a gallant, a courageous, and a very talented young man named Paul Banke. Now the cards for Zaragoza, 116 to 110 and 117 to 110, and Banke got one vote from a judge. That was 115 to 113, and the happiness exuded into the Southern California night. And the Rio Paul Banke went to his knees. He thought he won it after the second numbers had been given, and he didn't even stay in the ring, so we cannot interview him.